Hey everyone, thanks for being on tonight. So every Tuesday I have a Zoom, and this Zoom is to educate you, give you business tips, just help you what's helping my business and transforming the way I do things. I'm constantly trying to be in the know. I'm trying to grow myself, to know myself, and I want to continue to teach you guys. Then on Thursdays, we have team calls. It's twice a month, and usually we have guest speakers, but these Tuesday nights are more quick business tips that you can implement right away to feel a little bit more successful. So how many of you took that poll this morning on the type of freedom you want? So there was like the freedom of finances, right? The freedom of time, the freedom of people, meaning are you in a really toxic, negative work environment and you would like to get out of that? Maybe it's the freedom of location. You're stuck in the place that you are and you don't want to be there. I really believe that this business gives us all those freedoms, and I just can't help but share tips with you to make that come alive. But I think what's really important is that you need to know what you're fighting for. I'm in round 2 of the shift shop, and during my workout, I had this epiphany. I was like, I'm up at 3:45 a.m. I work full-time from home, and I'm up that early. And the night before, I made a post on Team Happy and Fit how I went to bed at 9:45, which if you guys know me, I'm a grandma. That's really late for me. I'm usually in bed by like 7:45 because I didn't feel like I won the day. And I had to be in my inbox sending out messages to feel like I won the day. So I did. And I woke up the next day. I was in the middle of my workout and it hit me. I'm like, man, I do this because I used to wear Spanx all the time. I do this because I literally would be disappointed in the dressing rooms all the time. I'm doing this because I vividly remember sitting on a desk in my classroom when school was over going, is this it? That is why I get up at 3:45 a.m. It's not easy. I'm not saying you need to get up 3:45 a.m. to be successful. All I'm saying is, why are you showing up? I don't want to go back to that person. I don't want to be that person anymore. And maybe you feel like you haven't transformed yet, but I think that's the beauty in this journey is that's why you do things. That's why you do power hours. That's why you decide to not be lazy or scared of invites. I think it's the two. You're either lazy about it or you're afraid of it. And I really want to elevate your thinking tonight. So before we get into planning, I want to share with you the financial freedom and what it takes to get there. So my question to you is, what is financial freedom to you? Is that an extra $100 a week? Is that $500 a week? You guys, I remember my first $4.99 paycheck I got from Beachbody. You know what? I earned that. I didn't have to sign a contract. I didn't have to do anything. I don't think a lot of people would sign a contract to get $4.99 in a week, and you're probably working over 7 hours. But you get what I'm saying. Now it's compounded into something so much more, right? But I knew what I was fighting for. So here's a little bit of example. If you know what you're fighting for, are you willing to do the non-negotiables in your business to make this happen? Are you willing to get over the lazy part? Are you willing to get over the uncomfortable part? Meaning doing the thing you don't want to do, but you know it's the thing you must do. You know what I'm talking about? For example, for me, going live on Facebook. Scary. Okay, it's the thing I don't want to do, but it's the thing I must do, right? Maybe it's completing a nutrition plan. It's the thing I don't want to do, but it's the thing I know I must do. So what is that in your business? Maybe it's elevating your team page, wherever that is. Are you relying on your leader to lead that team page, or are you going to step up and help lead? For me, I didn't have a mentor in this business. I shouldn't say I didn't have a mentor. I totally had Sarah Morrison, but at the same time, she wasn't my sponsor, right? I didn't have a sponsor coach that was actively doing anything to help me, you guys. I did rock the basics, and I didn't make any excuses. I was all in. I didn't do rock the basics sort of and then not finish it. I was in. I remember being at Eric's basketball games with my little notebook and pen, with my earbuds in, watching him, but totally engaged in my rock the basics homework. I didn't complain that it was 45 minutes a day. I just did it because I knew that that was going to help me get to the bridge to that financial freedom. Does that make sense? So what is it, the thing you don't want to do, but it's the thing you must do? Is it being vulnerable on Facebook? Are you not adding value? Are you being very surface level-y? Are you just checking out your workouts? Are you kind of thinking you're being vulnerable by saying, like, we struggle in life, like, do this instead? Are you being like, straight up today, I feel like I was hit by a truck. It was so hard to pick myself up from the floor from crying. I had a tough morning, but this is what I did. That is way different than, man, we all have tough days, right? Like when you're sharing your vulnerability, you are going to connect with other people. So is it the thing you don't want to do, but it's the thing you should do, right? What is that for you in this business? Because I guarantee it's going to help you bridge that for you. Maybe you're saying, I don't have a lot of traction on my social media. Think about that. You need to add depth and value, not just show people what you're doing, right? But share with them, show them how it's possible for them, empower them. Don't share graphics made by Beachbody. Don't talk about monthly promotions. That's not hitting any surface. That's only hitting the surface level and not going beneath the surface. Start sharing your struggles with solutions. Start sharing how you didn't want to get up in the morning, but you did because you don't want to wear Spanx anymore. Like straight up, I went live about that today. I went live about how many people message me saying they want more confidence, but don't do a dang thing about it. And I called them all out on it. I didn't say it name by name. That would be going to the extreme. But I said, hey, you who messaged me saying you want more confidence and you're not doing anything. And then I even said, I was like, you probably think I'm talking about you. You'd be super surprised on how many people message me wanting confidence, but they're all talk. I went live about that. People need to be called out with love, right? And I said, I do this for me, but I also do this for you. It's not a me thing, it's a we thing. So what is the thing you don't want to do, but it's the thing you should do? I really, really invite you to gut check yourself with that. And then secondly, with this bridge to freedom, finances, I'm really passionate about that. And here's why. I was in Rock the Basics. Trina Gray was someone I was just like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. And now she's my friend. She's my mentor. But when I first started, it was just like, she seems so far from me, right? And as I've gotten to know her over these last 3 years, that's not the case at all. It's really crazy how much she grinds. We were just in Chicago. She was late to our workout. She said, hey, sorry guys, I'm at Success Club 4. I had to send out my link. I have to hit Success Club. A 15-star diamond in her first CBC, 10-star in her second CBC, millionaire club. Late to our workout because she had to hit Success Club. I don't know about trenches, but she's in it, right? That inspires me because I'm so deeply rooted in these trenches. And what is it going to take for you to get there? So I was in Rock the Basics. I heard Trina Gray speak. She had her feet in her pool, her newly built pool overlooking Lake Huron in her huge dream house in the back that they built. And she said, this was my dream 10 years ago. I'm living it. Because of this opportunity, this is what I'm doing. She said, this is the bridge to freedom. I remember writing that down in my notebook. I took Rock the Basics so seriously because I was like, this is it. There's no secret ingredient. They're just going to tell me what to do. I'm going to apply it and make it happen. They told me to hit Success Club. I did. It took me a couple months to figure it out, you guys. I'll be honest. I didn't hit it my first month as a coach, not even my second month as a coach. They told me to go Emerald. I'm going to go Emerald. I'm going to make this a non-negotiable. Didn't hit Emerald my first month or my second month, but I did hit it my third month. Someone told me to go Diamond. Okay, I'm going to figure this out. And then I did. I didn't get complacent, all right? Well, I was Emerald for a year and a half. I overcomplicated it. I've had a lot of trials and errors, but learn from me, okay? Don't overcomplicate this. It's so simple. The bridge to freedom is inviting. You tell me you want the bridge to freedom of finances. What are you doing about inviting? Are you spending more time in your inbox than scrolling the newsfeed? Are you spending more time in your inbox than binge watching TV? I feel like every single other status is what should I binge watch next. No judgments. I love The Walking Dead. Sunday nights when that season is out, that's my jam. However, I always hit Success Club. However, I always invite to the business. However, I always do my power hours, and I'm following a program start to finish. I'm on Shakeology HD. I'm in it. Trina said this. When I hit a goal, I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was my 3-year coach anniversary in May. She commented, she said, over the last 3 years, you've built something so big for yourself. You've hustled so hard for it. And most people in the last 3 years, all they decided to do was decide which show they were going to next binge watch on. In 3 years, nothing's changed for a lot of people. Maybe some of you, is that a gut check? Out of love, because when you tell me that you want financial freedom, it's my obligation as a leader to call you out in so much love, that tough love. I'm a red, thank goodness, right? But also share and show and just can't help but like say, guys, this is what it is. This is what you do. How much time are you spending in your inbox? Last night, 8:30, didn't win the day. Well, shoot, I'm going to win the day. These are all the names I invited to just the business alone. Not including the people I followed up with, not including the people I started to build relationships with. Here's an example. I work from a list. Do you? Here's my deal. I was telling this to Eric. He said, you know, I'm a little nervous about going live because I'm afraid of judgment. I said, totally. Your friends suck. The ones that you've had in the past, they were super judgmental. Want to know why I know that, Eric? Because when I decided to post all about Beachbody, your friends were the ones who made fun of me. I totally get why you're a little nervous about it. But I said, but at the same time, what have they done in the last 3 years? And what have you accomplished in the last 3 years? You've accomplished a whole heck of a lot more, my friend, aka husband, aka my best friend in the whole entire world. I would go live. I wouldn't worry about them. My mama bear claws will come out anyway, but I think you should go live. And he's like, ah, man, that's so true, right? Like, yeah, what am I afraid of? This is the bridge to freedom. The thing you don't want to do, but it's the thing you must do. You're making excuses, right? There's nothing solid on a solid foundation, right? And if it's layered with excuses, it's going to crumble. So inbox, how do you do that? What did I do? So I work from a list. I follow up. You guys, I literally was like, I'm going to stay in my inbox. So I just went all the way through my inbox, like all the way, a couple of years back of like, oh yeah, this person was totally interested. And I said, hey girl, how's it going? That's all I said. I probably said, hey girl, how's it going? Probably 50 of those yesterday. Just to build relationships, just to see what's going on, right? And then for anyone who has liked or commented on my post, you guys, if people aren't commenting and liking on your post, you're not showing value. I still have posts that get 2 likes. If you want me to go look through my Facebook, like from 2 days ago, I can totally go back and show you guys. I either posted it at a wrong time or there wasn't enough value. I still do it to this day. The difference is I go live at least once a day, usually, and I'm posting 3 to 5 times a day, but I'm posting and sharing my story, my workouts. I'm posting vulnerability. I'm posting other things, and I'm not just posting crap. I'm not posting things that aren't adding value to people. So I do get posts that don't get any traction. So then I have to gut check myself and say, what can I do to provide value to people? So then I think about it. So I message those people who comment and like, hey, Liz, thanks so much for liking my post on leggings are indeed pants. I really appreciate the support. You get me. How are you? So that's something I would say to that person. If I made a post about my workout and they were like, girl, you're so inspiring. I wish I could have your motivation. That's my favorite. Instead of saying thanks, I message them and say, hey, I really appreciate you commenting below and cheering me on. I can't help but think this is something you need in your life. If they're commenting below on your post, they are getting you. I like comments way more than likes. If they are taking the time to comment on your post, they are getting you and wanting to join you. Elevate their thinking, believe in them before they believe in themselves. I send out birthday messages. Hey, happy birthday, how's it going? When you're seeing people get married, when you're seeing people get engaged, when you see people going on trips, send them a message. If you are having negative feedback on your wall, I think it's because you're inconsistent with your message. If people are negative on your social media, for the most part, I think you have mixed signals. I think you're in and then you're out. I think you're complaining and then you're not. You have to be really solid in your beliefs, in your truth, in your vision, and you cannot waver. I rarely get negative stuff. It happens. I'm not going to deny that. Mainly on Instagram because people are tools, and then they're just like, oh, she has a big following, I want attention. I can elevate my thinking to be like, I feel really bad about how they feel about themselves, that they feel like they have to tear someone else down. I can elevate my thinking like that. But if you are constantly getting people who are negative, it's probably because you're complaining on Facebook. You're not really walking in truth, and people don't really believe you're changing. And I don't know, I think the walk speaks louder than saying anything on Facebook. These are good gut checks? I'm just trying to lay it down and just trying to speak from experience of things that I've gone through with my own gut checks. If you say you want financial freedom, what are you willing to do about it? Are you willing to stay up until 8:45 to 10:30 p.m.? You guys are like, Juliet, I go to bed at 11 p.m. You're crazy. Okay, you guys, I go to bed at 7:45. Are you willing to do the things that make you uncomfortable? Are you willing to send out 100 messages? Financial freedom, what does that look like for you? It starts with hitting Success Club. Success Club is a non-negotiable. I don't care how scary it is to you, you're gonna find a way to make this happen. You are not spending your time in the right areas of your business if you are not hitting Success Club. Truth bomb, straight up. I've hit Success Club 35 or 36 months in a row. I've hit it on the last day of the month, or I've hit it early on in the month. I will not go a month without hitting it because I show up in the right areas of my business, especially when I start to lose focus and I'm not. Again, a gut check, something I can say with honesty because it's something that I've gone through. So financial freedom, that bridge to freedom, all of you guys clicking on those freedoms today, financial freedom isn't just going to fall on your lap. I don't want to have a broke mindset and always live like that. So for me, I'm willing to get uncomfortable, do the hard things. I hate small talk, you guys. Like in person, I had to have small talk today with my landlord, and it was the most awkward thing of my life. And I'm like, I'm so grateful I get to work behind a computer screen. I'm literally like, I don't know what to say now. And I'm like, get me out of here. It's like so bad. So I'm like so thankful I can work from a computer screen. What are you so afraid of? Someone saying you're a creep, get away from me? Dude, unfriend me. We are so not meant to be friends when I'm trying to empower you, right? Like, you guys, elevate your thinking. If someone's going to be rude to you, they shouldn't even be following you. Your page is a place of empowerment. And if someone's going to be negative about it, see ya. Bye, Felicia. Don't need you in my life. Elevate your thinking, okay? The bridge to financial freedom is you being in your inbox and walking in truth. So, Success Club, it's a non-freaking negotiable. You make it happen. Success Club 6, you have to have at least 60 conversations. Oh, shoot. Success Club 6 is at least $150, not counting any other stuff going on. Imagine month 2. All of those people stay on HD. You're changing their life. Shakeology changes lives. I wouldn't drink it, right? This is something that I have followed in truth for 3 years, you guys. It's the same investment I'm asking someone else to make, right? It's something that I walk. I can't ask someone to do this if I'm not doing it. I believe in it. It's changing my life. I'm helping them. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to hit Success Club. You're going to get those people amazing results. Then they're going to stay on Shakeology HD. That's another $150 the next month. If you hit Success Club 6 again, it's another $150. Then that's $300 in month 2. Third month, you hit Success Club 6. That's another $150, and that's $450 a month simply with just Shakeology HD. No team cycle bonuses. No startup bonuses. Nothing. If someone's like, what's the superhero juice energize? I need it. That's not even counting what anyone else buys, right? Financial freedom in this business starts with you hitting Success Club 6. You need to make it a non-negotiable. So you have 60 conversations going on. I am not asking you to go into your inbox right now and have 60 conversations. Like, that alone gives me a little bit of anxiety for you. Like, if I were to see 60 unread messages in my inbox, I would just be like, I'm turning my computer off. I need to go sit down and take a couple breathers. I'm asking you to have 5 a day. 5 conversations a day, you guys. And if you have a dream team list, someone is on Facebook a lot. Hey, I noticed you're on Facebook a lot. You're really inspiring me. Have you ever considered doing what I do? I really think you can empower a lot of people. Boom. What an invite. I run event pages. You guys are invited to the Shift Shop one. You should be inviting everyone from your Facebook friends on that Shift Shop test group They click going, they click interested, you tag them under the thing. Hey, I noticed you clicked going to the Shift Shop test group. I would really love to hear why you're interested. Or straight up, there's this girl, I'm like, hey, you're on my dream team list. I just want you to know that. Like, I just really want you to be a part of this community. I say that to people because I believe that. Do you have a dream team list? Are you messaging people? So I do follow-ups. Hey sister, how's it going? I know that you were really interested in my boot camp a couple months ago. I know it wasn't the right time. I have a new one coming up. Before I start launching this, I really want to make sure that you get a spot. Are you ready now? Or my favorite, hey Liz, how are your workouts going? I know that you had a goal to go to the gym every day. They're gonna be like, it sucks. I didn't do it. Oh, that stinks. Do you want to join my boot camp now? I wouldn't say it quite like that, but follow up. Fortune in the follow up, right? Believe in people. Your social media, be vulnerable. Add to your network, obviously, but spend more time in your inbox. Instead of saying, I don't know who to message, just start messaging people. Just start. Like, don't even think about it. Go to the birthdays, start messaging them. Go through all your old messages, start messaging them. Look at everybody who has liked, comment on posts from way back, and just start messaging them. Start messaging people about their trips. Start messaging people about graduation. Start messaging people. Just start messaging people instead of just being like, I just don't know who to message. Well, you know what? Financial freedom, the bridge to freedom is just going to continue to be on the halt. You got to move. You got to make it happen. So I really believe in you. So that's my little thing on the bridge to financial freedom. I know it's a little intense. Hopefully it's more of a buildup than intense in the sense that it will make you retreat. I really want this to be the thing of like, dang it, I overcomplicate this stupid thing all the time. Why am I overcomplicating it? This is why I need to plug into team calls. I need to be plugged in with the team because they're going to give me my motivation. They're going to inspire me to keep going because when I get disconnected, I get disconnected to my huge why. Man, this matters a lot to me. I really want this bridge to freedom, and I know the way to do that is to be surrounded by a freaking tribe of dreamers, and then I'm just going to go do it. That is why you see me constantly plugged into the team. That is why you see me on Zooms. I'm not going to make every single thing, but you are going to see me here. And the reason you're going to see me here is because, one, I believe in this way too much to not show up. And secondly, I have down days. I just called Liz today. She can straight up say, I called her, I'm like, dude, I'm struggling. Like, I'm crushing it. I sent out all my messages, but man, life is just hard right now. And we talked about it. And I knew to reach out to her. I'm not going to deny that. But I surround myself around people who want to better themselves. You guys, you have to understand in what we're doing, it's so unconventional and out of the Beachbody world, out of this team page, conventional thinking. People think it's foolish to have an online health and fitness business, but unconventional thinkers think, well, health and wellness is for life. Like, that's never going to go out of style. Everything's moving virtual. This makes a whole lot of sense. Conventional thinking, you're in a pyramid scheme. You're salesy. I don't want to post on Facebook. Unconventional thinking, I know that instead of posting negativity like everybody else, I can inspire someone one day. Conventional thinking, right? They're just going to keep putting this down. Unconventional thinking, when you surround yourself with people who get this, it's going to make you so confident, right? So confident. I believe in you so much. You just have to have a gut check with yourself. What are you willing to do? You got to get in your inbox, okay? So I really want to talk to you about a plan. I think if you're winging this business, that is why you are not being successful. And I am not trying to be rude. I'm such a red, you guys. There's no emotion attached to it. I'm not even thinking in one person in my head. Like, it just straight up is coming out because I'm so freaking blunt. But I'm only speaking because of experience. I have winged my business before, and then it was last summit a year ago that I decided to be an actual CEO, meaning I got in my Google Calendar and I figured this thing out. So what I want to show you is a plan that I have. I made this today, and I'm going to send you guys the I just Googled, first of all, I found this on a YouTube video by Melanie Mitro, And I was like, oh, this is brilliant, her marketing plan. And so I made my own because this is how I work, okay? So for June, I just want to give you guys a little bit of an example. I did a team call for another team yesterday. Today is my PS team call. I invited everyone for the team. I have a Mean Girls Zoom tomorrow. You guys, not with Mean Girls. It's from the book. Chill out. It's from my from the Mean Girl Boot Camp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to host a Zoom for all the challengers to ask Q&As and get them ready for. I've never done that before, so I'm really excited. I'm going to make a sneak peek invite because the sneak peek is happening on Monday. As this week is going on, it's the prep week for the Mean Girl. Guess what? It's already scheduled. It's already ready to go, right? There's a team call hosted by Sarah Freed tomorrow. And then is today Wednesday? No. It's on Thursday. And then I'm going to do another sneak peek invite. Now, I'm not going to do the same thing. I'm just going to talk about coaching, okay? And then I'm going to have a call to action. When someone says, hey, I'm interested in coaching, I'm going to say, hey, I want to get you in the sneak peek, right? Or I'm going to do a thing. Someone's going to like my page. Hey, or like my post. Hey, Rachel, thank you so much for liking my coaching post today. How are you? Have you ever considered joining my team? She's going to be like, a little bit. Can you tell me a little bit more? Actually, we have a coach sneak peek coming out on Monday. Let me go tag you in the post. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to say. And then I always show up to the Saturday, Sunday power hours. And then I'm going to do another sneak peek invite on the 11th. Can you guys see this will be my third sneak peek invite. So again, I'm posting 3 to 5 times on Facebook. So if that's 15 posts in 3 days, only 3 of them are going to be about coaching, right? Then I'm going to invite to this one-day group that's happening on the 26th because my Mean Girl starts on Monday. Then I'm going to have the sneak peek. Then I'm going to have another call. And then this little pink strip is my challenge group. And then I'm going to do another invite to a new challenge. It's on this day, or 1 day at a time challenge. And then the following day, I'm going to invite again. Again, out of 15 posts, 3 of them are going to be about this challenge group. Does that make sense? I might go live about it. I might make a post about it. I'm going to get creative with it. And then there's going to be a last call to my on this day. I keep saying on this day, but it's 1 day at a time group. And if you guys are in the Shift Shop group, I'll explain that in a second. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the prep week for that. The cool thing about the prep week is I just reuse content that I already have. And then my Mean Girl one ends. This new group starts. Then I'm officially hardcore inviting to the Shift Shop. I've been breadcrumbing the Shift Shop, but I'm hardcore inviting on it the 26th. Right now I have 2 Success Club points. My goal is to have 6 points by Friday. And then after Friday, my goal is by the 16th or the 15th is to have Success Club 10. And then I want to end the month at Success Club 16. So then that gives me 2 more weeks to make that happen. I'm going to make it happen. And you want to know something, this is not being egotistical. I usually do make it happen because of how strategic I am with my planning. So that's that. I always know when my challenge groups are. I'm not winging my challenge groups. I'm not approaching the new month and saying, what should my challenge group be? Shoot, it's in 2 weeks. Not enough time. It's going to stress you out. I was just having a conversation with a coach today, and she was like, I'm just really excited to do one of your groups because I feel like I'm so rushed for content all the time and trying to throw things together, right? And then we get burnt out on coaching. And I said to her, the most valuable thing you can do as a coach is be a challenger. It's not the content. It's not all this insane stuff you have for your people. But when you're just showing up and showing and sharing the journey and your tips that you have, that is what's going to make you so relatable to your challengers. I think we're spending time in the wrong areas of our business. We're trying to create this perfect content, but we forget to invite. We're trying to make all these amazing social media posts, and then we don't get in our inbox. We're too engaged with the team page. I'm not like, I want you in the team page, but we're so immersed in everybody else that we forget to show up for our business. 80 to 90% of your time should be in your inbox. Is that not crazy? Is that a little bit of a gut check? If you want to make this financial bridge, this freedom happen, it's not going to be easy, you guys, but I honestly have never seen a compensation plan like the one with Beachbody. It literally compounds. What if you were making $500 a month? Would you guys freak out? Would you love that? Let's change it to $500 a week. What would that do for you? You guys, I'm beyond that. Like, do you understand that I'm experiencing that because I work really hard? Everything I just showed you and shared with you. Do you understand that? I'm making over $1,000 a week. What would that do for you? Do you guys know? Do you see me in the trenches? Like, do you guys see me straight up in the trenches? I could say that I hustle freaking hard. I started this business as a full-time teacher. Don't give me the excuse that I work this full-time. I don't want to hear it. I have so much conviction. This compensation plan compounds over time. My second CBC, this is not even counting Eric's CBC, okay? I have a first CBC. When you hit 2-star, you get to open up another CBC. Guess what? When that second CBC hits 2-star, guess what you get to do? You get to open up a third CBC. My second CBC alone made over $700, not including my first CBC, not including Eric's CBC. Are you starting to see the financial freedom of this business? If you are 5-star, you have to stay 5-star. In quarterly bonuses alone, you're making over $3,000 every quarter, not including your team cycle bonuses, not including commissions. Once you hit 10-star, which is a goal, your quarterly bonuses, not including commission, not including team cycle bonuses, are over $13,000 a quarter. When you hit 15-star in this business, a quarter, just for being 15-star, you're making over $50,000 a quarter. You are making $200,000 simply by just being a 15-star, not including team cycle bonuses and not including commissions. Trina Gray is 15-star in her first CBC and 10-star in her second CBC. She alone every quarter is making over $60,000, and that's not including her husband's CBC. That's not including what she's making a week. Sarah Morrison makes over $22,000 a month. That's my upline. That's your upline. I'm not there yet, but I'm in my inbox, and I have a whole lot of heart and belief in this business, and I treat my business like a business, meaning I sacrificed. As an overworked teacher, I would stay up. I would get up early. When I was stuck, I would listen to YouTube. I would reach out to an upline. I did the trainings. I made Success Club a non-negotiable in my business. I spend time in my inbox. I spend time sharing my story. I follow a workout plan start to finish. I just for the first time did a meal plan start to finish. I really care about the success of other people. So therefore I invest in other people. I lead Zooms. Liz was telling me this the other day, a couple weeks ago or months ago. She said, Julianne, I was on YouTube and just decided to search you. And I don't know if you searched me. I don't even know how you did this. But she's like, I just saw list after list after list of all of these team Zooms you presented on outside of our team. It's true. You guys, things that don't benefit me, I'm giving. I had 2 team calls that aren't our team this week alone that were just for a favor. I truly care about the success of people in this business, despite if they're in my downline or not. I want to take you there. I'm still going. That's the crazy thing. Like, I'm nowhere where I want to be. My 2 biggest struggles in this business were comparison and not being where I wanted to be when I wanted to be there. I still struggle with that. So I put on my blinders. I stay laser focused. I follow a tracker. It's so simple. I don't have perfect days. but I show up with integrity and I show up with a whole lot of belief. And if you're like, I don't know where to start, what's your plan? What are you inviting to? What's your next challenge group? I can already tell you what's happening in June. On June 12th, my Master Your Mean Girl starts. I hit Success Club 16 last month. 10 in my business are 14. Eric, 4 in his. On June 26th, I have one day at a time boot camp. So from now on, I'm inviting to that. When June 26th happens, then I'm inviting to my Shift Shop test group, which is July 24th. I have an event page for the Shift Shop for all of you. I allowed you guys to all get in the Mastering Your Mean Girl group. I've already told you guys, if you haven't seen it yet, you can be in the one day at a time group. I don't want you focusing on the things that are taking you away from getting in your inbox. If that means I'll create all this content just so you can invite people. Sarah and I run these sneak peeks. You guys, it's fine. We talk to people about coaching every day. We don't need the sneak peeks anymore. We run them for you because I needed sneak peeks when I first started this because I didn't know how to talk about the coaching opportunity. We run that for you. I'm running these groups not just for me and not just for my challengers, but for you too. Does that make sense? We want you to be successful. When you tell me you want financial freedom, that was the top rated freedom because I think it benefits every other freedom. That's heavy on my heart. I just don't want you to talk about it. I want you to be about it. You gotta get plugged into the team because you're gonna doubt yourself and you're going to have fears and you're going to get lazy and you're gonna feel discouraged. The team Zooms is gonna boost your morale. When you step up and lead in your team page and not just rely on your upline to do that, you're gonna feel more confident as a leader. When you become a leader in this business, that is when your business is gonna compound. You may not have anybody yet, but if you know how to lead and you start to practice, that's what's going to make you super successful, right? I'm here for you. And I just wanted to show you my plan. I'm going to send that to you guys in Team Happy and Fit. I would love for you to make a plan. If you want to do all 3 of my groups, that's totally fine. The Shift Shop, I shouldn't say, is my group. And actually, none of those groups are my groups. But the groups I'm participating in and inviting people to, if you just need to take a step back from creating and you need to be a challenger again, get people in those groups and be a challenger again. I just did a badass challenge group and I did do the content with my team or some of my downline, but I decided to be a challenger that one, meaning I checked in with my food all throughout the day. I did everything to be a challenger and I had more fun in a challenge group than being just the coach. It was awesome. Don't overcomplicate this whole thing. You are so relatable. And then I'm just going to leave you with this again, and I'm going to open up for questions, is what is the thing you don't want to do, but it's the thing you need to do? All right, do you guys have any questions? I would love to answer them before we hop off. I'm actually quite impressed that it's not, we still have 20 more minutes. So really cool. You guys can unmute yourself. This is such a collaboration. If you want clarification on something, I hope you had some gut checks tonight, but I hope you know it's coming from such a place of conviction. When I see you guys saying financial freedom is what you want, it's not going to fall on your lap. It's not. Any questions?
Julianne, I think Sam had a great question about your posting schedule. Sam, did you want to ask that about what she meant about the inviting? Was that a post or is that a message?
Oh, yeah, sorry. So I invite every day. So I'm in my inbox every day, right? When people click going to event pages, when they do all that stuff. But when I say sneak peek post or challenge group post, that means on my social media every other day, I need to remind myself to post about it. Because are you guys ever like, oh my gosh, my group starts in a week and I didn't even make a post about it? The reason I made this little thing for you guys is because it's a gut check for me too. Despite hitting Success Club every single month, you guys, I am still figuring this thing out, right? Like I don't have it all together, but I figured if I were to be able to bring my brain onto a piece of paper or on a graphic and give it to you, it would give you guidance. So you're not winging this. My biggest thing that I don't want you to do in this business is wing it. I want Success Club 6, and then you don't hit it. And I really know you're not hitting it because you're not spending your time in the areas you need to be spending. When you do feel like you're doing everything, right? I really want to show you it's all about having that game plan. So making sure every other day, I think it's 10% of your Facebook friends see your posts, and don't make them salesy, make them about your life. Like, I wish I had a kid or a dog sometimes, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I could think of, like, I have to get creative and put on pizza pants. Like, seriously, I'm not kidding. Like, I was like, all right, pizza pants are coming on today. That's all I got today. So just get creative with your posts, but like, share your life. I think new moms, man, you have it going on even when you have no sleep and you don't feel like you have it going on and you feel like you're a hot mess. But like, do you know how many moms want to give input, give advice, you can connect with, showing these moms that you're just trying to be healthy and it's hard, and then you like go find like funny memes about being a mom, but like turn it into your story and not just share that meme, if that makes sense. But I just want to show you. So if I have 4,000 Facebook friends. You guys, I started with 350. When I started as a coach, I had 350 friends. I add to my network every day. 3 years compounded over time, a lot of deletes. I have 4,000 friends. People delete me all the time. I can see my number go down and then it'll shoot back up and then it'll go back. I don't pay attention to it. I'm like, dude, either join me or delete me, join me or delete me, join me or delete me. My heart is so in this. My heart is to empower people. And if they're not ready to be empowered, see ya. I got to keep moving because I got to help that one person who needs me today, right? I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the criticism. I'm not worried about that negativity. I'm just like doing my thing. But if only 10% of the people see that, that is like a real low number. So if you're posting creatively about your challenge group every other day, man, and add value, get vulnerable, stop just hitting the surface, like go beneath it. I know that's scary, but like, man, so cool when you can do that. And you're like, I don't know how. Well, I always ask, like, I was thinking about it on Sunday, how would I was like, stop, drop, and selfie. Who was I 3 years ago? Oh my gosh, on Sunday nights, heavy chest teacher of like, oh, like going back into work, right? Who was I 3 years ago, like during a workout? It didn't happen. Workouts didn't exist. Couch to coach, baby, right? So like, I think about my journey and then stop, drop, and selfie. Who was I? And then even now, like, who am I now? Where am I going? I'm gonna talk about it. I even talk about like how I can't wait one day to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm not a mom yet, but I like talk about it, right? I add that value. Any other questions?
So I have a question.
Yeah, Rachel.
You had a piece of paper that you were doing like your challenge, whatever, like you write down your people who you invite. Can I see that?
Yeah, so the really cool thing is in our files page of Team Happy and Fit. So if you click Team Happy and Fit, I think it's now on the up left-hand corner. It's going to say files. So this is a tracker app. So it's work and challenge group. I have to mark all these off. Post and team page. You guys, that's another thing. Stop relying on your upline to post. Step up. Like, truly, I can say that from a place of like, I remember starting. Do you guys know Team Happy and Fit was once called Team Extreme? Is that not hilarious? That is so not the vibe of our tribe. Like, it is super weird to think about, and I'm like laughing. And then I changed it to Team Happy and Fit. And then once I changed it, I was like, bam. But I posted in that dang team page for like a year, and it would say everybody saw it and not even a comment. Everyone sees, but then not even a like. And I'm like, dude, and I never failed to show up on my team. I was there as frustrated as all get out, but I still showed up because I believed. And then now it's like it operates itself, but step up, man. So post and team page. So what does that look like? Hey guys, I listened to this YouTube video today. Hey guys, can you show love on this person's post? Hey, I have a shout out for this person. Maybe it's even, I hate it when there's a new coach welcome and there are 2 comments. I'm like, what a great welcome for that, coach. Like, I remember when I was welcomed and I had like 50 comments. Like, it is your job as a community of people to welcome coaches, even if they're not yours. Like, that's what you do, right? You go above and beyond. Because when you add a coach, guess what you want people to do? You want people to welcome them, right? Like, it's like, if you expect people to do things for you, you better be doing it too. Man, I got a whole lot of truth bombs coming out today. No filter on Julianne. I'm a little fiery. And then schedule, create social media posts. I never schedule mine. You guys, I utilize On This Day all the time because I have really good content because I spent time on my content, so I reuse it now, which is great. And I also I get a lot of my content from PD. Stop brushing the surface. Dig beneath the surface. People want to see your face, your struggles, your solutions, your victories, your funny moments. My tribe gets me. You all are going to laugh about this because you know me, you get me, is, I wear mismatched socks. So if I'm wearing matching socks, people notice. People comment on my hair a lot. So I try to, like, my hair's in a lot of my pictures. People know I hate what? Laundry, right? They know I meal prep. My tribe gets me because I'm in my pictures. I'm sharing my personality, and I'm super weird. And, like, thankfully, my tribe gets me. Like, it's your inner freak. Like, this business gave me the freedom to be me, where I don't have to hide. I don't have to hide behind anything. I don't have to hide from anything, right? I get to be me, like, in my weird self. Like, Eric and I slept on clean clothes for 3 days. It's, like, slightly embarrassing. And then, like, my tribe was just laughing at it, right? Like, and I finally folded it, and they're like, good job. Like, eat that frog, do the thing you don't want to do. And then add 10 new people to your network. Don't think about it. It's only weird when you think it's weird. I don't care. Have I gotten messages? How do I know you? Yeah. I say, hey, I don't think so, but I noticed we have mutual friends. It's just my mission this year to empower people. And then they don't add me back. I'm like, guess they don't want to be empowered. See ya. And then I just keep on moving. Stop, like, holding yourself back because people have tiny minds. Like, elevate yourself a little bit, okay? And then invite to the business. You guys, saying, hey, how's it going is not inviting to the business. Let's just throw that out there. That is just starting a conversation. Inviting to the business is saying, hey, thanks for commenting on my post. Have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? Hey, girl, I thought of you instantly. I'm running this boot camp on self-confidence, fitness, and nutrition. I thought you'd be interested. I had to ask. Not salesy. That's an invite. And then mentoring PS or downline. If you don't have a PS and you don't have a downline, then start shouting the heck out of other coaches that inspire you on our team. Start acting like a leader and just doing it and owning it. From day one, I was like, I'm a CEO. I was an Emerald. I wasn't hitting Success Club. I wasn't even making $4.99. I was making $0. And I still acted as if I was having $1 million business. I still act like I have $1 million business. Nowhere near that, you guys. I act like a 15-star diamond, and I was a coach. It's mindset, not material stuff, right? Elevate your thinking, elevate other people's thinking. I love going live on, do you guys like following me, like, on my page? Like, do you find it humorous? Do you find me really honest, inspiring? Like, think about that you're attracted to my social media. I know you are, like, because I'm proud of my social media because I'm 100% me. So how can you stop just, like, being inspired by me? And how can you start owning that with you, right? Like, so instead of sharing my stuff, why don't you just start making your stuff so people get to know you? And then you're not getting those people to come to my page, right? So you have such a story to share. And I think Beachbody gives us that freedom of being able to own our truth, own our story, and help other people because of our story. And my biggest thing is, like, who are you? Who were you? And where are you going? Talk about it relentlessly. Are there any other questions? I have not looked at the chat. I feel like Liz is, like, on it for me, and I, like, really appreciate it. Where she's like, so-and-so asked a question. What's up, Samantha?
I think I basically know you don't use a posting schedule besides just for your invites, right?
I don't even use that for my invites. I'm weird.
Well, for your post invite, like your challenge post, I mean.
Oh yeah, so in my challenge groups, I'll schedule posts there. I don't schedule anything. It's literally the philosophy of stop, drop, and selfie most of the time.
Okay.
And I mean, but you guys, I'm in so much personal development that I have so many ideas brewing all the time. Quote of the day show. There'll be one line where I'm like, it struck a chord with me where I was like, oh my gosh, Inky Johnson, you guys know how obsessed I am with him. I listened to him for a straight up week. I would listen to the same video 3 times and get 5 more pages of notes the third time I heard it. It was like one thing like hit me, or I just am in the constant, I think it's not normal how reflective I am. So when things happen, someone says something, I'm constantly thinking about like, how would I have reacted to this before? Like, how did that one line change me? Like, I'm thinking about the shift shop. The shop rule was embrace the challenge today. And like, I was just thinking about, man, in my life, like, I'm not willing to go back to who I was. And so I just instantly thought of Spanx and how I remember going on a date with this guy I met, and I had this beautiful dress on and I was wearing Spanx under it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, that's not being confident. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was bringing me confidence, but like, just even thinking and reverting back to that, like, I'm just constantly trying to be reflective, but I'm also thinking about the girl who's like me that isn't like me yet, but she has untouched potential to start this journey like I did, if that makes sense. So I just think about her a lot, and I think about the journey she needs to go on to do this. I had someone message me, I want to travel like you do, but I don't want to make the investment to start. And I'm like, I straight up told her, I was like, what? Like, how does that even fall in your lap? Like, that's not even reality. But I enjoy working hard for what I get and have, and it's filled my cup in so many ways. I have a passion-driven life. And if you guys have all these other jobs and stresses and all stuff in your life, like, you're on the Zoom. I was an overworked, burnt-out teacher plugging into team Zooms at night when I was so tired, because this fueled me. This drove me. This convicted me that I was so excited about Beachbody all the time, and I still am. It was so hard to separate teaching and Beachbody because of how much I loved Beachbody. And then now it's like not even Beachbody, it's like this team, right? It's this community. It's addicting. Positivity is addicting. All right. So yeah, Samantha, I get inspired so much from my journey of workouts. I like just think about it, or like I just think about her. It sounds weird. Like I think about her. But I just think about her, like, why isn't she working out today? Or what's holding her back today? What's her top excuse today? What is she struggling with emotionally today? That's why you'll see me having quotes throughout the day on my social media. It's not there by accident. It's because my avatar needs to see that throughout the day, a pick me up, right? My girl does not know she can be a CEO. She's destined to be one. She just doesn't know that's in the cards for her. But I'm going to show her that it is. And, you know, she is limited by money. She's limited and thinks it's hard to come by. My girl doesn't think she's smart. So I'm going to post to her. She hates fitness, but she really wants to like it. She spends more time in other people's lives than in her own. She escapes reality on the weekends to go drink instead of actually celebrating real things in life. That's my girl. I know her real well because it was me. And she sought validation all the time. And now she gets to live in her truth. And that's how specific I get all the time about her. And that's what you're going to see on my social media. And I'm in my pictures, you guys. I'm not like, I am me. And I'm doing the things I didn't want to originally do. If you knew me when you guys none of you were here, which is crazy. When I first started, everybody was making, you know how like Sarah Freed and Kim and all these people make all these beautiful collages of workout stuff. Oh my gosh, everyone was doing that when I first started. I'm like, I hate working out. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to do it. And it was the thing I didn't want to do and the thing I did, and I hated it. And people critiqued me, and I was pissed. But now I go live about it because it's the thing I didn't want to do, but it's the thing I should do. And so it forced me to be a better coach because it showed I was able to show. People are like, oh, I can't do this until I have results. And I'm like, you're seeing my year 3. Like, do you think this was a cakewalk? Like, should I tell you my journey? I lost 30 plus pounds. Like, I hated working out. And they're like, oh yeah. Like, someone told me that today. They like said something like, I couldn't post a workout video like you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like 3 years ago, I would, like, you're seeing me now. And she's like, that's a real good point. That's what she said. I'm like, yikes, don't compare your start to where I am. Remind your people of that. Maybe they feel like they can't join you because it's too late. You all are amazing. I'm going to post this recording. Please tag people under it. I think it's a gut check that they need. I really want you to have that gut check. If you say you want financial freedom, when is just talking about it going to be enough? Like, it's, you guys, it kills me. I know the work it takes to get there, but it's so worth it. Like, I remember my first $278 week check, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I just had so much belief I could make it happen. And then I remember my first $900 paycheck a week, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I knew I could make it happen, but it didn't happen overnight. Like, it literally just happened with so much consistency, heart and belief and hustle and like all these things. And I just can't help but share with you, like, if you say you want, I just like don't want to live a broke mindset always, you know, and that's how I grew up. And if you are saying you want this financially, like, what are you willing to do about it? Like, there's a person who's like, I can't afford this. And I'm like, no, you can. You're just not making the sacrifices to afford it. There's money everywhere. And I don't want to live like that. I don't know, like, I can't do this. I can't afford this. I can't do that. I don't want to live like that. This business is going to be the gateway of you having a yes life. And it doesn't end with me. Like, that's the crazy thing. Is like, Sarah Morrison and Trina Gray would say the exact same thing. This is super weird. They would say the same thing that I'm saying to you right now. And I'm like, okay, I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. And they're like, do 4 vital behaviors. Okay, I will. Sarah Morrison will say, spend time in your inbox. Okay, I will. And I have. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, they weren't lying. There's no secret. Hit Success Club, add at least 2 coaches a month. Deal? That's what it takes. You can do it. I'm proud of you. I would love feedback. Message me. What was a gut check for you? I love you guys. This team, you're always on my heart. Always. Like, I literally am constantly like, talk to Liz. I'm always just like, okay, like, what can I do? What can I do? Like, I'm just trying so hard to make this click for you. And I think tonight I just wanted to just be like straight up with you and be like, listen, like, stop talking about it, be about it. Okay. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.